Work before work. Hello, welcome back to Garden to Hobby Your Way of Life. Now, if you joined me yesterday's video was about mainly the growth of watermelons in my watermelon update. I really do watermelons a lot because I love watermelons, and not just that, with cucumbers, watermelons, and okra. Those seem to be the top vegetables and fruit that grows for me the fastest. So I always end up choosing those options as my easier way out for me to really until I really get my green thumb into being a professional green thumb. So yeah, 1 second. Now, as you can see, the bush is a lot more leafier today than it was yesterday and the day before. And there seems to be quite a bit more yellow. And you can also see the baby watermelons a lot bigger than you could yesterday. You don't have to get as close up as you did yesterday. But yeah, look at that. Wow. Yesterday he was just like so small, and as I said before yesterday, when the flowers begin to wither away, that lets you know that the watermelon is getting healthy and strong, and it basically no longer needs that flower on the tip of it. It's already basically pollinated. And two, if you're wondering why come I chose to pot my watermelons in this container here, is no in particular reason. I figured, instead of spending the money on a really expensive pot that will hold watermelons, I just, recycle. There's nothing wrong with using a bin that you're no longer using, poking a couple of holes in the bottom, putting in some clean dirt, popping in some seeds, and getting you some fresh fruit and vegetables. Hey, any way to stretch your buck. I'm a couponer and a layaway person. Ain't no shame in my game. Every dollar counts. I was gonna wait until the sun went down. That way I can see more, and it's like really hot out today. Sun is really beaming. So of course, like I said in yesterday and day before yesterday's video, that when the sun is at its highest in that heat and it's really scorching out here today, those leaves look really sad until about 6 or 7 when it starts to get a lot cooler out. I'm still not really satisfied with how my cucumber leaves turned out this year. I'll upload some pictures and so you guys can see, what I'm talking about. And yeah, there's a big difference from this year and last year's, and I think it has a lot to do with the soil that I use. But it's still growing and thriving and attaching itself. Cucumber literally attaches itself. It attaches its own self, and I have to trellis it because it's such a viney plant that it just like literally wraps itself around almost anything. It finds its own home. But yeah, I put some string in there so we can have something to fall back on, and so it won't hang over. But I'm gonna continue to give it some TLC. See there, look, we have two cucumber. Wow, but it looks like they're dying and I'm not sure why, but let's give it another week and let's see. And if it doesn't do good, I'll just have to, sad but true, pull all of this out and start anew. Like I said, without accidents and without mistakes, how will we learn? You know? So, coming down over to the okra. Okra is doing absolutely great. This little guy that I planted in there with him, he's growing. He's growing to perfection as well. I started this grapevine last year. I got it as a baby, and I'm well aware that I'm not going to get any grapes for like another year or two. I have to wait until it establishes its vines. And like I was saying yesterday in my video, it was a lot bushier. Like um, maybe the old um, stems from last year, they've turned brown. So maybe they're lying dormant and creating that structure and foundation for the new leaves, because as you can see, there's new green coming out of that old. So there's a lot of that going on. So I'm hoping that it's not dying and maybe it's just creating new life. So I'll keep you guys updated on this. And again, this is the grapevine. It's doing pretty well. I've had it about a year and a half, and yep, it made its way along here. See, there's those brown, yeah, all that brown there. It looks dead, like, a bunch of dead stems. But then again, like here, there's green coming out of the dead. So, if you guys have any experience with growing grapevines, please let me know. Like I said, I'm a beginner. This is only my second year, and oh wow, look how pretty that flower is. Hopefully tomorrow we'll see more cucumbers on it, and it won't be as depressing as these two. Aw. Yes, okra did especially well last year. Okra gets a little bit over 6 or 7 feet tall, maybe even taller, depending how well you take care of it and what size container you're using. I'm using a store-bought pot, a store-bought pot for my okra because it gets a lot of okra on it, really really good, nice long okra. So in about another 2 weeks, I'll say it'll be time for me to pull that out, and so that way it'll have some room to grow. There's not nearly enough room. This greenhouse is a little over 6 feet tall, and the okra got too tall for me to keep it in there last year. These two are two little baby okras. I tied them to popsicle sticks yesterday because I started to notice that their little stems wasn't strong enough to keep them standing up when they were getting watered. So my mom really likes okra. I potted her 2 of them so she can get some nice, delicious okra before the fall starts to take everything away. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll be really excited about that. Yeah, but for now, we'll just leave it as a surprise until we start seeing some vegetables coming up on them things. She could make her some type of soup or some chili or something. Maybe, oh, maybe some fried okra with some hot sauce. Anyway, well, that's my show for today. And I apologize to all you guys. I know today I was supposed to go and show you guys the lot that I just got recently behind my property, but they're doing, I think it's consumers or some type of work trucks. They're around the corner doing some type of power outage stuff. So, and it's quite a bit of traffic on that street. So I said, I'll just wait till it's a little bit clear tomorrow and I'll show you guys and when I upload in my next video. Until next time, thanks for tuning in on Garden to Hobby, your way of life. Thanks. Like and subscribe, and have a blessed day.